Have you ever heard a story that just stops you in your tracks? This is one of those. It's about an elderly man named Arthur who spent his final months in a care home. Day after day, he would sit by his window, watching the world go by. He had no visitors, no children to call, no one he could really call family. It was a lonely existence, and the staff did their best, but they were always busy. One nurse, Melanie, noticed Arthur's quiet solitude. She was young, full of life, and had a heart of gold. During her breaks, instead of scrolling through her phone or catching up with colleagues, she started sitting with him. At first, it was just a few minutes of quiet company. Then, those minutes turned into conversations. They talked about everything and nothing. Arthur shared stories from his youth, his travels, his long-lost love. Melanie talked about her dreams, her struggles, her life outside the care home walls. They developed a unique bond. They would laugh at silly jokes, share secrets, and sometimes, they'd even bicker like a real father and daughter. Arthur would playfully scold her for working too hard, and she'd tease him about his stubbornness. For those moments, the sterile walls of the care home faded away, and it just felt like home. Melanie became the daughter Arthur never had, and he became the father figure she cherished. Then came Arthur's last week. His health was failing, but his spirit, especially around Melanie, remained bright. One afternoon, he called her to his bedside with a weak but determined smile. He handed her a worn-out envelope. Inside were legal papers. Arthur, with what little he had named Melanie the sole recipient of his small savings. But that wasn't what made her gasp. Tucked behind the official documents were a stack of handwritten letters. Each one was addressed the same way. To my daughter Melanie. Her hands trembled as she read the first one. It wasn't about money or possessions. It was about gratitude. He wrote about how she had brought light back into his life, how their talks were the highlight of his day, how she had made him feel like he mattered again. Melanie's eyes filled with tears, and she couldn't hold them back. She looked at Arthur, this man who had been a stranger just a few months ago, and her heart swelled. She later told her friends, "I wasn't his blood. We didn't share a last name. But he gave me something so much greater a place in his heart. He made me his family." This story is a powerful reminder, isn't it? Sometimes, the family we find along the way, the people who choose to love us and stand by us, can be even more profound than the family we're born into. It's about the connections we make, the kindness we share, and the love we give freely. Family is a feeling, not just a fact. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content that warms the heart. See you next time.